Welcome to Perry Primetime News. I'm here with my partner Kaylee. Today we will be discussing important events going on here around our Puma campus.
Thanks, Brooke. Prom is fast approaching, and we're getting the inside scoop on our students' plans for prom and how much they plan to spend. We go to Jariah for the story.
Thanks, Kaylee. Prom night is a high school tradition here at Perry. Students offer their own unique twist on the event. From pre-parties to after-parties, from limos to dinners, Perry prom goers have a lot to think about in preparation for prom. We went out and got the scoop on how your fellow Pumas are getting ready for the big night.
All right, so I asked my date, Luke, by painting a picture of me and him holding hands and saying prom on the top in 2012. And then he responded with another painting of a paper crane saying yes.
Tyler Van Klompenberg is still not 100% sure on the details with just weeks away. The cost of prom can soar for some students, but for Tyler, that's the one detail he seems to have worked out.
I'm willing to spend around $300 or so for me and my date. I think I get a free tux, fingers crossed. $90 for tickets, dinner around $50 to $60, limo. We'll see about that, because that's around $1,000 right now, and I don't know.
Wow. Look at all those extravagant dresses. I don't know how our Puma parents are able to afford for their children to attend prom. Now with our sports news, we have our very own Puma Pals representing Perry in a basketball tournament that started last week. We go to Chad for live footage of the game.
Thanks, Brooke. There was the first year that the Perry Puma Pals made a basketball league. They played Basha, Hamilton, and Chandler High School. Now we go to them to see how they liked it.
I like Delilah Jenna King. I like shooting the basketball my first time, my good basket. And I love playing basketball with my friends. My favorite part is scoring.
It was very fun watching the Puma Pal basketball game. I love when the kids made baskets, and they were excited when they made baskets.
Senior Ditch Day has been a tradition for many generations. We've investigated if Senior Ditch Day does exist here at Perry, when students and administrators think it takes place, and what the consequences are for ditching. We go to Alyssa talking to unidentified seniors and administrators.
Thanks, Kaylee. Today we're going to get the inside scoop on Senior Ditch Day.
Senior Ditch Day has been around high school since I was in high school, which was 30 years ago and even longer. Perry High School does not recognize Senior Ditch Day, and students that choose to take that day off, there could be consequences where they're not allowed to make up their homework. We prefer that students are in class. I've even encouraged teachers to have a test or something that requires students to be there. However, if parents do call in the student and excuse them, there's not much we can do about it. If a kid does ditch, there's several consequences. It just depends on the student's disciplinary record at the school.
Senior Ditch Day this year will probably be on May, let's go the 22nd through the 25th. It's a all-day party, so let's make it happen.
Senior Ditch Day, I want to see all the seniors at the Saw River. Clothing's optional. Everything you bring is on your own time. Let's make it clean, let's make it fun, but let's make it happen. Yep.
I guess we will never know when our Senior Ditch Day is. For our last story, we're discussing how all spring sports are switching to Division I and how it is affecting the baseball team. We go to Teddy with the story.
When I say spring, we all think of one thing: baseball. The 7 and 11 Pumas have struggled with this year's move to Division I. Although many schools that have made the jump up in competition this season tend to use the move up as an excuse for a drop in wins, Perry teams don't see the connection. We now go to Coach Tippett with more on the story.
Because the last 2 years when we were 5A2, we played the same schedule we played this year. So really it was the same schedule this year at Division I that we've played the last 2 years. So we knew what we were in for.
The structure of the playoffs and the teams qualifying have made getting to the playoffs more difficult, but the brackets are no longer watered down, which was a criticism of the previous AIA structure.
We play mostly an East Valley schedule, we always have. So looking at the teams we played this year, we played the same teams the last 2 years, whether we're in PowerPoint games or tournaments before. So we saw a lot of familiar faces this year.
For the Puma baseball team that went to the 5A2 championship game last season, the disappointment of missing the playoffs this year was evident.
It was a big transition year for us, and with the new bats, timely hitting, just things didn't work out for us this year. Sometimes that happens in any sport. I thought we were prepared for this year, and we'll be prepared for next year as well.
This has been Kaylee and Brooke, bringing you the top stories around Perry. Thanks so much for tuning in to Perry Primetime News. See you next week.